This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Honored to have you here. Well, Biden and the government is going to spend another $1 trillion, supposedly on global change and global climate problems. $1 trillion, which means most of it will just disappear into pockets, theirs and their buddies. And they've also said we're going to start taxing more, another 15% tax on manufacturing within the United States. And the corporations aren't going to absorb that. They'll pass it on. That means you and I that buy those products or service from those companies, we are going to pay another 15%, not counting the inflation. That's 9%, they say, which is a lie. I said a lie and would say that right in their face, because most of what I buy is 30% higher. I said 30% higher, and some of it, like fuel or prescription meds, are 100% higher than when they were when Trump was in office. Not that I'm pro-Trump by any means, but I did vote for him twice. Be that as it may, things were cheaper then. And I think if Republicans took over, they might get cheaper again. Might. But, again, the Republicans are just as guilty as the Democrats quite often when they get elected in wasting money. But we're not going to control the federal spending. It isn't going to happen. You and I can't do it, no matter what we vote or who we vote for. Because I always say, if you can't control your local spending, how in the world are you going to control your state or your federal spending? How are you going to do that? And a great example is the city of McCook, Nebraska. They are spending $6 million on a new pool. They said the old pool is just dangerous. It shouldn't be used. And I shake my head because I've been around that thing for 39 years. And as I pointed out, last year we had a state tournament there with 1,500 children at that pool, and not a single word about it might be dangerous. Not a single word, and not a single complaint from anybody at that tournament. 1,500 children, and it did quite well. But all of a sudden, they need a $6 million pool, and they're not done. They see the feds spending money like drunken sailors, so why not McCook? They've decided they need new ballparks, even though the ones we have are perfectly fine. They want a new ball complex, baseball, softball, and soccer. And again, there's job wanting everywhere. Every store has a job help wanting sign. And no, let's put keep the kids busy in sports, which cost their families money, rather than to say, kids, if you're 15 or 16 years old, get a job. Get a job. Help your family out. Help yourself out. Learn how it works in the real work field and the workforce of America. But they're going to spend $20 million on this new ball field. $20 million is what they're planning. And you'd say, oh, that's still staggering, no question. And it doesn't end there, though. Now the school is saying, we're interested in a $30 million new junior high school. $30 million. But I talked to a teacher off to the side one day at the candy truck, and he said no. He said they want a high school and junior high, and they're talking $50 million. Is what that teacher told me. 50 million and 20 and the 6. No, getting real close to that 100 million mark before they're said and done, I bet. $100 million for a town of 7,000 people, that are going down in population. We've lost a lot of people because it's just too expensive here. So if you can't control your local spending, you're not going to control the feds. And my only hope for you is that you and I can somehow survive and learn to live on less, because they're going to demand more.